Welcome to the wonderful world of marketing. I'm your host, Brad Kahn, as always. And today we're going to talk about Windows App Portals. And Windows App Portals are a little-known piece of functionality that exists inside Windows 8. You can find them on the Microsoft.com site at WAC Enterprise WAC App Portals. And it is a really cool way of being able to integrate things that run on the desktop, things that run on the web, and things that run in modern app form. And being able to bring all those together into a single cool mobile touch-based interface is very exciting and a really great way of transforming your business. And I'm going to be talking about these a lot over the next little while because there's a lot of cool things you can do with them. Today I wanted to talk about something that was like kind of even more unknown, which is there's this thing called Kiosk Mode in Windows 8, and I want to show you how Kiosk Mode works and how a Windows App Portal surfaces itself in Kiosk Mode. And to do that, I'm going to show you a recent application built by a musical called Chick Flick the Musical. And they actually used this as their program. They handed these out in the theater as people came in to see the show. The device I have in my hands here is a pretty cool device. It's a Toshiba Encore 2 tablet. The Windows button is here on the side. We're going to see why that's important in a minute. The amazing thing about this tablet, and this is why I love living right now, is that this was $199 in the Windows Store. $199 for something that is effectively a computer that does all the things you'd expect from a computer. It's actually kind of an amazing world we live in. Anyway, so they bought a whole bunch of these and they built something called a Kiosk App. And this particular app is a Windows App Portal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this machine, which is right now just in normal Windows 8 mode, and I'm going to go up here to the user, and I'm going to switch the user to Kiosk. And boom, now it is in Kiosk Mode. When they say Kiosk Mode, think of I'm going to be flying on Delta, and I'm getting my ticket, and I'm at the kiosk getting my ticket. That kiosk is effectively single functionality. And you press Start. And now we're in something called a Windows App Portal. Now, Windows App Portal looks a lot like the Start screen, but it's a composed set of tiles in sets of groupings. What is different, though, is that, again, no charms, no left, no swipes. The only thing you can do is you can interact with this App Portal. So if I click on their store, and as that loads in, what you can see is happening is it's loading in a web viewer that is built into the app. See, I can kind of buy different things with the Chick Flick brand on it. And if I wanted to get, say, a bag, I could click on the bag and it would take me to that bag's page. I could pick a quantity, check out. I could do the whole thing I would normally do. And what they've done here, very, very attractive design. They've got this kind of Uber block here, which is everything. And they've actually separated out individual pieces of merchandise that they think that their patrons would be most interested in. Super fun on the merchandise. This shows all about chick flicks. And so people who love chick flicks love to watch them. And so if you click on this, it brings up this really very cool web viewer using YouTube. And they've got about 80 plus different chick flicks down here. And I can click on that chick flick. It'll bring up the appropriate trailer, and I will be able to watch The Vow, the trailer for The Vow.
You do not like this song. You have to turn it off.
I'm just kidding. Okay, we're good. All right. Looks really cool. People love the trailers. They love being reminded of the films, and it's just a really great way to get into the gestalt of the show before the show started. They also, of course, all shows have playbills. The thing about a playbill, if you ever go to the theater, is that it's usually pretty dark. It's very hard to read, and so in this case, their chick bill is very easy to read because it's on a computer screen. It's nice and big. Patrons love that. You can read the bios of the actors that are in the show. Actors also tend to have their own sites, and so you can actually click on that and you can see Whitney has her own site. You can go through here and you can find out more about Whitney. And then they had this really neat thing that they built, which is a which chick flick musical character are you? So if you've ever done a BuzzFeed quiz, there's this other tool called Quizzer, which allows you to make BuzzFeed quizzes. And then basically it's just like any BuzzFeed quiz. I can pick which kind of Chick Flick the Musical character I am. So it's pick a snack, kebabs. Can't go wrong with kebabs. Pick a vacation destination. It's pretty easy. I hope Disney. Yep, Disney. Okay, no problem. Pick a chick flick guy. I think Colin Firth. Can't go wrong with Colin. And I can like it on Facebook, and I am Don, which is kind of cool. They've also got this whole universe that's created around the show. So one of the characters, Meg, actually runs a pastry shop called Eclairs by Claire. So they've built that site. Another character is reading a book called Our Bowels Ourselves, which is actually hilarious if you're from a certain period of time. If you wanted to know what bar they're going to go to that night, it's called Tequila Mockingbird. 40 types of tequila with a literary theme. Then they have this sort of trivia quiz. They basically have a PowerPoint online built into the web viewer, and then what you can do is there's a chick flick trivia quiz where you can basically test your knowledge of chick flicks. So I'll click start here. Which chick flick is this famous quote from? So it's not about keeping your promises, and it's not about following your heart, it's about security. Anyone know? Oh, come on, Notebook. And then if you kind of guessed right, you take a drink and watch the trailer. And then that would actually just play if I don't want to see that.
It was a magical summer.
Oh, it's a pretty cool movie though.
Noah was a country boy.
Although maybe one of the saddest endings ever, and now that James Garner's died, it's super duper extra hard sad now. But it's a really great movie. And again, they've built all these things in that you can sort of engage with the show and have sort of a fun experience before the show. Of course, they have a Twitter feed, and they've also got a Facebook page. The point here is that almost everybody has this sort of set of disaggregated assets now. They've got blogs, they've got Facebook pages, they've got Twitter pages, they've got YouTube channels. It's kind of hard to pull it into a cohesive experience. And what they've been able to do is really pull together a really cohesive experience, and it pulls you into the universe in a way that's really involving. So I wanted to show this to you. It's a really great example of using Windows App Portals, using kiosk mode, leveraging these really fantastic devices. So that is all for the wonderful world of marketing this week. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.